welcome to Bitcoin Wednesday edition. I'm your host, Brian. We will be joined with Vance here in a little bit. He is on his way to his studio, and I just wanted to get started and get going. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about today. I'm just going to go ahead and start getting this shared. So if you're watching, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video. That would be great. Just get it on here just a minute. Okay, we open that up to the public. I still haven't had time to check into that and see why it won't let me just post to the public. I don't want to make all my posts live to the public, but maybe I have to. So let's see. I'm going to share that. Share that there. And one more share. Okay. I think that will just about do it. How's everybody doing tonight? Anybody on yet? Give it a minute. Wait for Vance he'll be joining us here pretty soon. It has been an interesting week. Very, very interesting. Very, very scary if you're nervous about the market at all. The market has had quite a change, quite a drop this week. Just go ahead and take a look at it for a minute while we're waiting. I was just writing down the numbers, and I was comparing them to last week, and I'm just like, wow, it really dropped a lot. So as of last Wednesday, we were at 348, and the market is currently at 279. So that is about a $68-69 million drop since last week. Unbelievable. People are they're just taking money out of the market right now. They're scared. I don't know what the deal is. Bitcoin last week was at $7,700, $7,721. Right now, it's currently at $6,521. $1,200 in a week. That's a big drop. Of course, Bitcoin can drop $1,000 in a day, but then it recovers. So the fact that we're kind of on a downward trend is interesting. The dominance went from 37.8 to 39.8. I actually saw it at 40% a day or two ago. So it's wavering in there. It's a little high for me. I'd like it to go back down, get back in that 33-34% range, so we can so all the altcoins will go up. So basically, what the Bitcoin dominance means is that $279 billion, Bitcoin is 39% of that right there. So what we want to do is have Bitcoin not be so high, and a lot of the altcoins get some of that money as well. So I'm just going to share my screen here so we can take a look at this. Just 1 second, I'll get it up here. We'll just go down through the numbers together. Okay, so as you're looking at this, look over here at Bitcoin. Look at the trend. The last 7-day trend going down. Ethereum, 7-day trend going down. Ripple, 7-day trend going down. All of these coins, as I scroll through here, are just going down. Tether is the one that's associated with the US dollar. It stays pretty even flow right here. It varies from 99 to $1.01. It doesn't change too much. So Monero down. I mean, even though it had a little bit of a jump today, it looks like it went up almost 5%. But just look at these trends. Most of them are going down. Going down. And that's just because there's a lot of somebody's taking a lot of money out of the market. There's definitely some manipulation going on here to have this kind of trend. Some groups are taking a lot of money out. And what I think it is it's just kind of a scare tactic in a way. I mean, let's take money out. Let's manipulate the market. Let's get the prices down lower, because when we get them down low enough to where we want them, we're going to buy them back. They're going to buy back a ton of these coins and tokens at a fire sale. Right now, it's a fire sale. Things are down like crazy. I mean, Verge right here is at under 3 cents. Man, it's just really, really down. So let's just talk about the top 100 here for a minute. Bitcoin, like I said, is at 6,500. Ethereum has dropped under $500 to $489. That one right there is a steal, I think. You know, it was $1,200-$1,300 last year. It'll get to $1,200-$1,300 and surpass it. I guarantee it. It's going to be Ethereum is used by so many tokens as their platform. So you're going to see Ethereum go up. No doubt about it. Ripple's at 54 cents. Ripple's going to go up. It was at $3 at one time. So luckily I bought in at 17 cents. So I'm still quite happy with it. But kind of wished I'd have sold it at $3 and bought back in. But it's a learning process. This is my journey. This is Vance's journey. We're just here to share it with you and to answer any questions you might have and to have a discussion about anything that you want to discuss. So doesn't look like I got many viewers right now because everybody's waiting for Vance. I'm sure he's the brains of the operation. I'm just the looks. So anyways, if you're joining us, leave a comment. Let me know you're here and let's chat. EOS is at $10.25. It's actually up a little bit today, just barely, but has been in the $12, $13 range. So EOS is still a great coin. Litecoin is under $100, $96 right now. Man, I really debated on buying Litecoin back when it was around $38, $40, and we've seen Litecoin go up as high as I think around the $300 range. So it had some attacks on it, I believe, a 51% attack where the miners of Litecoin were able to control it. And so we'll see what happens with it. Should be some news coming out on that soon. Cardano's at 17 cents. Another great coin. It's been over $1. It was 25 cents last week or so. So it's a good opportunity to get in at Cardano at 17 cents. Stellar was at 34 cents a week ago. IOTA $1.26. Just lots of great buys out here. We see the percentages are not down so much because of the because it has started to come up a little bit today. So maybe we're turning a point right there. We'll see. It's a funny market. You never know what's going to happen. You just never know. Binance coins sitting at $14.88. Some of the coins I like. Misa goes at $9.22. Lisk is down to $6.53. I really like Lisk. Lisk was up. Let's click on Lisk. See where Lisk was at because Lisk had really gained it. God, I want to say it got up in the $30 range. Let's see what the chart says. That's kind of recollection of my memory. Oh, over $40. Over $40 right here. Look at this. Come on, computer. Sorry, it's still loading. But you can definitely see it. It hit over $40 twice. Right here, it was sitting at, if I can get my mouse on that close enough, 32. I can't get that. I can't get in close enough to. It's not letting me do it. It's too tight. But you can definitely see a couple of times we were over $40. So Lisk definitely has a lot of potential to regain that. So look at that. Down under $10 right now. great buying opportunity for Lisk, in my opinion. Just remember to do your own due diligence, and before you do any investing, make sure you don't invest more than you're willing to lose. Just be smart about it. Don't put everything into one coin. Spread them out. Keep collecting them. They're going to go back up. Great time to get in right now. Sia coins under just over a penny. Steam is at $1.70. I like Steam. Steam's been in the $3-4 range, so I think Steam will do fine. Verge is just down under 3 cents, like I said. It was around 23 cents before. It's a great privacy coin. I bought Verge at a half a cent and ended up selling it at about 10 cents on the way down from 22. I like it, but I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. I think I'm over Verge. So Golem is a supercomputer. It's down to 38 cents right now. Lots of good coins that are down. Down. See if we can find. ARK is at $1.62. I like ARK. I think it got up to $4 or $5 as well. So all of these have been up. All of these have been way up. And so it's definitely a great opportunity to buy any of them. Just look out for the scam ones. There's coins out there, and they're not up here in the top 100. So just watch out for those coins that are not very good. So it looks like my beloved Electroneum has dropped out of the top 100. It has kind of been seeing some, it has really gone down this past week. Let's see if we can find it. However, the news for Electroneum has been very good. Very, very awesome. So it should be bouncing back here before long. But if you missed out on the ICO, it's definitely a great opportunity to pick up some Electroneum, as it is down in ICO pricing range right now, which is hard to believe. But all right, let's go to the next. It's got to be in the 101, 102, 103 range. There it is, 103. It's currently sitting at just over a penny, 1.3 cents. It's down 6% in the last 24 hours. The crazy thing about it is we've had so much good news on Electroneum in the last day or two. Richard Ells is in New York speaking at the BSI conference, I think BCI, BSI, something like that. They announced their instant payment processing systems, which is so cool. They just put out the beta yesterday, and Vance will have a lot more information on this that he might want to talk about if he makes it on time. I might have to end this before he gets here. I'll just hog the whole show myself. Anyways, the instant payment processing is so cool, because the problem with cryptocurrency right now is you got to wait for the blockchain to transfer the money. And if I've got my phone and I want to send you a Bitcoin, like, okay, I got to wait for you to get it, because if you're buying something from me, that could take a little while. It's not instant. It's not like using a Visa or MasterCard or American Express, any of those, where you can pay and have it capture the money from you. So the merchant doesn't receive that money for a day or two, but it captures the money and it knows that they're going to get paid. Well, the same thing with this Electroneum instant payment processing system is you'll be able to do payments like that with your phone, peer to peer. Here I'm going to give you $10 for that gadget right there, and boop, 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 they've got confirmation. It's done. I can take the gadget, and I'm good to go. Same thing as going into a grocery store or convenience store or whatever kind of store it is. There'll be an option with Electroneum to take that payment. It'll capture it. You can take your merchandise and go. So very, very cool. I can't wait to have Vance talk about it a little bit more, because he has been really paying attention to this the last couple of days as I've been pretty preoccupied with work and things like that. So hopefully he joins us soon. If not, we might have to talk about that later. But it is very cool, very, very cool. It's the first one of its kind in the cryptocurrency. And the really cool thing about it is you're not only going to be able to take Electroneum, but this is going to be available to, and Electroneum has a patent on it, but it will be available to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, any coin really that wants to use the system. They'll be able to use the system. I'm sure there's some kind of fee to use it, to get it going or whatever. I don't know all the ins and outs of it yet. Electroneum will be the first one on it, but others will be able to also use this patented technology to do instant payments, which is a total game changer in the cryptocurrency market. It's absolutely phenomenal. So definitely looking forward to that. It will be very cool. So anyways, I don't know. Like I said, the market's just down. People are freaking out. They're selling their coins. Remember, you don't take a loss unless you sell. So we're all down. We've all got money in it that is down a little bit right now. Some of these I'm down, some of them I've lost a little bit of money on, but I still have my coins, and I have faith that this fall we're going to have another breakout fall like we did last year. Last year we went from $17 billion market cap in January to almost an $800 billion market cap by the end of the year. That is fantastic. I mean, that is unbelievably good. So right now, like I said, we are at $279 billion, which is $260 billion more than we were last January. So the market is definitely increasing. We have come down a lot from the $800 billion, but I do see it going up to $800 billion again and beyond into over the 1 trillion mark. So definitely a lot of potential there. We will just have to wait and see. You got to hold your coins. You got to just, people want to get their Lambos and they want to get all their money now, and they want to hurry and invest, and they want to buy it for a penny, and they want it to go up to $1 the next day. And it's just not realistic, people. It's just not realistic. This is new technology. These coins or these companies are new to the blockchain. They're getting things going. Electroneum's only been out for 6 months, basically. They already have, I think, 3 million users on Electroneum, which is more than Facebook had after 6 months. It's more than a lot of people had after 6 months. So we just have to be patient and go from there. All right, let me grab my headset because I believe I've got a guest on here. Let's see if we can bring him to the screen. Get you going. I was just about ready to end the show, but I can't end it now. Because welcome to the show is Victory Vance. Let me put you up here solo so everybody can see you.
Oh,
how you doing tonight,
A little bit late, but yeah,
that's okay.
Not much here.
Well, you know what they say: when you come late to the meeting, it doesn't last as long. So
no, it doesn't.
As far as that goes, tonight's a good night to be slow and late because the market is down.
Yeah, I haven't even looked in the last couple of days.
Well, let me give you a recap of my show. So last week, we reported that the total market cap was 348, and it's currently 279. So we're down.
Oh, geez, even lower than I expected.
Yeah, $60-something billion in a week's time. So Bitcoin dominance. Yesterday, I saw it was at it was over 40%. Today it's at 39.8, and Bitcoin is down $1,200 since last Wednesday.
Jeez.
The good news is they're all on sale.
Yeah, fire sale, guys. Bye.
I went over the top 100 coins and stuff, and now I just was talking about Electroneum, and I was hoping that you would get on because you've been paying a lot closer attention the last couple of days, and I started to talk a little bit about the instant payment systems that Electronium's coming out.
So they've actually put out a video of the instant payment system, which is good. I don't know if you talked about that or not.
I did not talk
showing
about the video.
how it works. Okay, so they've actually released a video showing how it works on peer-to-peer. So basically, like with kind of like the Squaresoft system, basically how that works, and then a POS system. So point of sale. So they've shown it how it kind of works with both, how it prints out receipts, how it kind of works. They're actually going to be, by the end of this month, they're going to be doing signups for a lot of and basically anybody who's interested in any
beta tested, or
right. They're going to be beta testing anybody who wants to by the end of this month. They're going to be showing, or they're going to be letting anybody sign up who wants to. Any companies who want to start taking crypto as a whole. I mean, of course, it's going to start with Electronium, but then, of course, any of the coins that show up or that want to sign on with Electronium to use the instant payment system, you'll be able to take payment with them. So that means if it's Bitcoin, Electronium, Ether, whatever, Ethereum, they'll all be able to take that. So that's kind of what they showed. I don't know. Today, Els was actually the keynote speaker today. I don't know how that went. I have not seen the video of it yet. So I'm still kind of waiting to see on that. I don't know if you posted that, said anything about that yet. He wasn't included in a panel, but he was a keynote speaker as well about which cryptos will be able to survive in the future based on what they're producing now or what they're developing now, which is basically a lot of what really a lot of what the system that they're setting up, and their video and their website is showing a lot more that we still don't know yet. So I know they're talking about launching a site for kind of like almost like a job site where they're going to be anybody who wants to basically offer their services for sale for Electronium. And basically you go through their job site. So I know they're getting ready to put up a website like that. They've got a lot of stuff in the works right now. We really don't know about that. They've kind of hinted towards. The big thing is that they're really trying to get into the peer-to-peer market right now, which is very lucrative because that's stuff like Uber, that's stuff like Airbnb. Those are systems that are worth close to $3 trillion right now.
Yeah. Wow.
That is what their market cap is at. So, I mean, this is stuff that they're trying to work on right now. They're trying to get into. So that's pretty interesting to me. And that's stuff they put on their website. So I know that Els, of course, is a marketing genius. I mean, he released the video of how their point of sale system, their peer-to-peer system, for the instant crypto transaction stuff. He released that yesterday at the exact same time that he was actually speaking in New York. So I'm pretty sure he's talking with people about this. He's talking with companies about this now. So end of the month, we'll see a little bit more. Unfortunately, I don't have much to say about the down market, why it's down. I don't know, other than it's fear. People are selling because of fear in the market right now, and it's across the board. It doesn't matter whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, EOS, Electronium. It doesn't matter. It's across the board right now. The only things that are doing really well are Tether, and I mean, even as you probably looked at, Monero's up to a little bit today. I don't know why that is, but but they've been down. They've been down since last weekend, so they're up a little bit today. Why? I don't know. And it's just across the board that way. Everything is going sideways.
And what's the saying? Be greedy when everybody's fearful, and be fearful when everybody's greedy.
Yep.
So it's definitely, I mean, it's hard psychologically to do that though. I mean, you see the market going down. Man, I really want to buy some, but I'm scared to death because it's gonna go down.
All right.
Well,
And that's the
electronium, for
time when you
instance,
should be buying, is when
yeah,
you're too scared because everything's down so much. This is the point to get in, because why? And I'm not going to lie, guys. I really do think there's some manipulation of the market going on right now. I think that's why it's down so much, as they've scared so many new investors into selling out and getting out of the market right now because it's being down so much that the big investors, we're talking big banks, we're talking big investment houses, hedge funds, things like that, they're buying in right now.
billions of
They're
dollars
buying.
are going to be
They're
coming in.
Yeah, they're buying in right now. They're getting ready for the end of this year when things are going to just, Q3, Q4, when things are going to just boom, boom, boom. And anybody who sold out is going to be regretting it because they took a loss. And it's not even that. I mean, you and me, Brian, we're not in a loss right now. We're down to where we were in January, but we're not a loss. I mean, as far as where we were last year, we're still up.
Right.
Not as much as we were, but we're still up. And there's been a lot of other forums out there that have talked about this, about when they bought in. Crypto for the People said he bought in 2016, and he actually explained a lot this week. He put out some videos this week explaining a lot about when he bought in. Bitcoin was at $400.
Right.
In 2016, guys, the end of 2016, Bitcoin was $400 when he bought in. And what was it at the end of 2017? 20 grand?
Almost 20 grand.
So what's it going to be at the end of this year? And so there's a big mindset of this is, can you help? Can you resist yourself? Really what it comes down to, can you resist yourself in the times that is down? Can you last the 6 months that's going to take to get through the down times and wait for the gains to start coming back? Can you wait for November, December? Because last year, where were the biggest gains made? November, December. So right, Q3 we had some gains. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, here's the thing: January we were at $1,000 Bitcoin, $700 to $1,000 Bitcoin. That's where we were in January, February last year. In Q3 of last year, we were bouncing off the $4,000 to $5,000 mark. It went up, it went down, it went up, it went down. Then suddenly, within a month's time, in Q4, which is December, going into January of the new year, suddenly we were at $20,000. So is that going to be the same? What's that?
I still tell the story that I talked to my mom about Bitcoin at Thanksgiving. Like everybody was sitting around the table talking about Bitcoin. Mentioned Bitcoin was at $8,000 within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, it had doubled. I mean,
right. And but the thing is, doubled. before that, a month before that, it was at 5,000.
Yeah.
I mean,
probably 6 or 7 weeks before that, it was at 3,500, right? I mean, it.
Right. Well, I was buying. Here's the thing: it went up and it went down. It went up and it went down. I was still buying in at 6,000. This was in August, September. I was buying in at 6,000 still at that point in time. I was still buying. I mean, I've been buying way before that, but I still was buying in at 6,000, and it dropped down to 5,000. I went, whoa, what happened? Even for me, I was like, what happened? We just lost $1,000, right? And within a few days, within a week or so, it jumped back up to 6,000. I mean, it was that quick.
Yeah,
it was that quick, and that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, we dropped last weekend. We dropped $1,200, $1,100 in Bitcoin. Okay.
Yep.
Not to mention altcoins. Let's just talk about Bitcoin for a minute, because I really don't want to go in and really talk about altcoins, because why they follow Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin's doing, altcoins are going to follow. So if you want to go look at Electronium, you want to look at EOS, you want to look at all of them, they're down too, just because of Bitcoin's being down. So, but whatever Bitcoin's going to do, that they're going to do until they can break the cycle. And that's what Els is trying to do. That's what Richard Els is trying to do. He's trying to break that cycle, whatever Bitcoin's doing, Electronium's going to do. Okay. That's what TokenPay is trying to do too. They're trying to break away from the norm. They're trying to break away from what Bitcoin's going to do. Why? TokenPay is trying to. They bought a bank. They're trying to become their own cycle, their own individual entity. That why they use their own connections. If they're going to help Verge do one thing, they're going to help EOS do another. I mean, that's really what it's coming down to. So, I mean, there's a lot of different ideas out there that try and break away from the norm of what if people are investing in and out of Bitcoin because they think this is at a place to hold money. That's fine. But just like in stocks, when a certain company excels better than others, and I'm talking, let's go back and talk about when does Apple produce something that Microsoft doesn't have control over, which is always, right? I mean, right. They're two competing companies, right? When does Google do something that Apple doesn't do? I mean, that's always, right? I mean, they're right. always doing their own thing, right? They're breaking away from the norm. So if Apple jumps, does Microsoft jump? Hell no. That's not going to happen. So right. that's basically what's happening with crypto. All these different coins are out there. They're trying to do their own thing. They're trying to break away from what Bitcoin does. Unfortunately, Bitcoin has been the norm of you buy into Bitcoin and then transfer your money to everywhere else. Well, that's going to be coming to an end, and very quickly. If you don't believe me, just wait. It's coming to an end extremely quickly. And the reason why we see this is because we know that we know that NASDAQ, we know the Boston Stock Exchange, we know the Chicago Stock Exchange. They're bringing in their own exchanges so that you can exchange fiat for a number of different currencies, not just Bitcoin, a number of different currencies.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not going to be that you're exchanging fiat for Bitcoin or euros for Bitcoin or anything else. I mean, we've already seen that. I mean, just go look at the different apps, the over-the-counter apps that you see out there, like Cash, like Circle. What was the other one we talked about last week? I mean, they've got multiple different. Abra. I mean, they've got 20 different coins, 25 different coins that you can buy from 50 different fiats. So it's not just cash. It's not just USD anymore. It's euros. It's yen. It's really whatever you want to buy in is going to do that. And that's what's going to happen as soon as the stock market gets in and starts doing this. And we're not talking about millions or $1 billion. We're talking about trillions, guys. Trillions of dollars. This is a future that we have never even thought about. Even I mean, we don't even recognize how much money is going to come into this market. Even if the stock market crashes, you don't realize how much money is going to come into crypto in the next year. And you know, we every week we talk about kind of where crypto's at. Yeah, it's been down. It's been a down year. It doesn't help that the stock market's down too. If you want to take, I mean, you go talk about Warren Buffett. I mean, Warren Buffett says crypto is the biggest scam on the face of the earth. That's fine. He's down too right now, so he can't predict the future. He's been down the last month. Actually, last 3 months.
Has he actually called it a scam?
He has come out negatively. Out of all the billionaires out there, he's the one who's come out negatively against crypto. He's publicly stated.
I heard him give an interview about being down on crypto. But the biggest point of that was because he didn't understand it. He doesn't understand it. It's not his world.
And you guys realize
he doesn't like it because we're taking money out of his world.
Oh yeah, we're taking money out of his pocket big time. And until he accepts the fact that we are here to stay, it's going to be like that. But you got to understand, how old is Warren Buffett, man? That guy's got to be like 80 years old. I mean, I'm really surprised. And what's going to happen to Berkshire Hathaway when he dies?
Yeah,
I'm just throwing this out there because seriously, I've thought about this for a while. Why? Because back when, and it's not back. I mean, this is within the last couple of years when I was doing my 401k, when I was putting money aside for investments and everything, I was saying take a majority of that and put it into Berkshire Hathaway. Why? Because that sucker, I mean, he makes money. I'm not going to lie. He holds long term, just like we're holding long term with crypto. He holds long term with stocks. So why does he make so much money? And he just invested huge into Apple, by the way. I don't know if anybody else has kept up with stock market, with Berkshire Hathaway, with what he invests in. He just put huge into crypto. So he just, or not crypto, but into technology.
Apple.
Into Apple. Well, to technology. He's shifted from blue stocks into technology stocks. So he is putting money into technology. It's taken him, I mean, how long has Apple been out? I mean, it's taken him a long time to kind of catch up. So I kind of look at that as it's the same way with crypto. He's taken he takes his time. He wants to make something, he wants to make sure something is legitimate and good and it's going to make him money. But guess what? With crypto, you're going to miss the boat with stuff like that. And I don't know how else to explain that. Is that when people go, well, what does Warren Buffett say? I don't care what Warren Buffett says. If you want to go in a stock market, then invest with Warren Buffett. If you want to go into crypto, there's plenty of other billionaires out there that know and are telling you what to do. I mean, Mark Cuban for one, Bill Gates for two. How many more I got to tell you guys that are wealthy billionaires that are investing their money into crypto and are telling you should be holding 10%. 10% of your net worth should be sitting in crypto.
Yeah. And they get it. They get the digital age is coming. This is coming. This is going to take over fiat money.
And we've talked about this, I mean, many, many months ago when we first started doing this show. Mark Cuban, back in 2016, or it was beginning of 2016, I can't remember, maybe 2015, I remember. But he said, and you can quote me on this, Mark Cuban said the first trillionaire will come out of crypto. The world's first trillionaire will come from crypto. Okay? He was the first to say that. And then suddenly all these other billionaires started jumping on board. To be putting just saying, oh yeah, we want into crypto. We want into crypto. Okay. So I mean you've got what's his name? Virgin Airlines. Sorry guys, I'm a little harebrained tonight, but getting on here late. But I mean you've got the guy who owns I know Richard Branson. All right, so Richard Branson, he is all for crypto. He's investing in crypto too. So it's not just Shark Tank guys, and what's her name that's in Shark Tank too. That's all for this as well. I mean, these are billionaires, guys, that are putting their money into crypto. Whether it's down, whether it's up, they know long term this is going to make trillionaires.
Right.
So if you're putting $1 billion in and 1,000% later you're a trillionaire, well, think of what you're doing now. If you're putting $1,000 in, 1,000% later you're a millionaire.
Yeah,
guys, this is your chance. This is your chance to get in. If you don't understand that, then I'm really sorry. Maybe you shouldn't be listening to our channel or following anything else. But really, guys, this is it. This is what you need. This is the core of everything that we talk about every week. Is that cryptocurrency is going to win in the end. The technology will win in the end. And we're not the only ones saying that. I mean, we're kind of harping on that. I really is what it comes down to. We're really kind of harping on that. We're just following the say of the billionaires. That's why we're not the financial advisors. I mean, even Mark Cuban's not a financial advisor. But guess what? He knows where money's at. And he's going to be investing where there's money at. If he's telling you put 10% of your income or 10% of your net worth into crypto, by hell, you better be putting 10% of your income into crypto. Because why? He's a billionaire. I mean,
yeah.
Anybody who owns an NFL, anybody who owns an NFL team, whatever, they're doing something right. They're doing something right in my book.
He doesn't own an NFL team, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
NBA, NBA.
NBA. That's right.
Yeah,
NBA. Sorry.
I know what you meant.
My
I know what you
apologies.
meant.
NBA team, right? He owns a professional sports team. You can't own a
Yes,
professional
yes.
sports team and not be leaking money somewhere.
Right.
I mean, you got to be making some serious cash to be able to do that, because that is a leak.
And here's the thing, I went through the top 100 coins or whatever, and obviously I talked about it, Electronium, a little bit. Electronium ICO price was 1 cent.
Yeah.
People got in a little under because of bonuses and stuff like that. But
Right.
1 cent. It's currently at 1.3 cents. So if you miss the ICO,
1.35. Yeah, 1.35.
yeah,
I just pulled it up. So
I don't know how much better of an opportunity you have to get into something with great technology that's going to be great in the future. Is it going to be 6 months? Is it going to be a year, 2 years? I don't care. I know it's going to be great, and I'm in it for the long haul. We talked a little bit about everybody wanting their Lambos right now, and hey, I just put $1,000 in. I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow. It's not happening, people. Stop dreaming. You got to be realistic.
That day is kind of, in all seriousness, that was 2017.
And a lot of those people were in way before then. I mean,
and I hate to say
out
it
for years.
Oh yeah, I hate to say it, but there was guys that basically in 2000, it really comes back to 2016, because depending on when you went in 2017, did you make your Lambo or not? Okay. And this is what we got to go back to. There's a lot of guys who invested in 2016 when Bitcoin was $400. Okay. In January of 2017, Bitcoin was $700. But that was, again, the low. That's what it dropped down to after the year-end peak, the year-end hike, which was like $1,200. So you went from $400 to $1,200 and then dropped back down to $700. Okay. This is in Bitcoin. And then by the end of 2017, it was $20,000. I mean, you see, there's there is a formula to this. I mean, there is a cycle to this, guys. Whether that's going to be the end of 2018 or not, I tell you the truth, I'm banking on it. I think end of 2018 is going to be record highs that we don't even realize. And it's because we have government entities, we have investment entities that are looking at the professional investment entities that are looking at Bitcoin. Okay. We have stock markets looking at Bitcoin, looking at cryptocurrencies to start investing in Q3 and Q4 of this year. Where's that? How much money is that? I've heard speculation of 20 trillion. $20 trillion. Okay. Last year when Bitcoin was $20,000, we hadn't hit $1 trillion. We were on our way to hit it. We hadn't hit it yet. We still haven't hit it.
700 and something, I think.
We were 900. We were at 900 trillion. 900? We were at 900 trillion or 900 billion. Sorry, 900 billion. Yeah, 900. I know, too many numbers here. But we had 900 billion in Bitcoin, or in the crypto market, in the coin market cap, in the capitalization of crypto. Okay. We had 900 billion and Bitcoin hit $20,000. Okay. What happens if, and I'm saying this is a speculation between, on the low end, 20 trillion, once the stock markets, the exchanges start using crypto. Okay, by the end of this year, 20 trillion, guys. That's 20,000 times what we're, or 2,000 times what we're looking at Bitcoin from last year. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we are literally at that time looking at 400,000, $500,000 Bitcoin. If you just want to look at the ratios. Okay. I mean, that's really what we're looking at. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm on a soapbox here, but this is where I'm just tired, guys. I'm tired of going on Facebook. I'm tired of looking at and Brian, you can laugh all you want. I don't care. the fact is, I'm tired, guys. I'm tired of going into the Electronium community. I'm tired of looking at crypto on Facebook and all the FUD and people. Oh, I'm so tired of this. I'm losing my. No, you haven't lost anything. You haven't lost a damn penny unless you've sold and you're still holding. That's why you're sitting there complaining about it, is because you've held. Okay, and you just got to keep holding. Whether you bought in December last year, whether you bought in November last year, it doesn't really matter. Brian and I were lucky enough, we bought in earlier than that during the year. So guess what? We're not down. But we beat you. We beat you by 2 months. Literally, that's all it is. We beat you by 2 months. Okay? And now you're going to sit
scared.
Here. Oh, yeah, we were scared.
I mean,
it's
a brand new thing. It's understandable that people are nervous.
It's a risk. It's a risk. It's a chance to get in there. Okay. So, but we did it. We pulled the trigger. We took a chance. Just like Sean from, whatever. Just like half the guys out there that are talking about this every day, just like we are. Okay. They took the chance. They took the risk. They put the money in. And that's why we tell you, don't put money in that you need to live on. Use the money that you can risk to lose, just like in the stock market, by the way, which is down right now. If you've been putting money in the stock market, you're down. Are you going to sell it? No, you're going to let the stock market rebound. It may take a year. It may take 2 years for that to go off. I mean, you look at the Fed. The Fed today raised interest rates again, second time this year. So what does that mean for you and your stock in your stocks that you're that you've invested in? It's not helping you. That just means that the stock market is down more. Okay. Yep. That's why they're increasing interest rates, because they got to make it up somewhere. This is because the stock market is down. Okay. I mean, that's plain and simple. That's all you got to look at. So basically we're looking at Bitcoin, we're looking at Ethereum, we're looking at Ripple, whatever you want to look at. Okay. And I'm sorry I threw Ripple out there, but I mean, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, all those. I mean, that's, yeah, I know you like Ripple, but that's the most anti-crypto thing out there. But let's just say,
but it's here to stay, and it's going to do well.
It's here to stay, right? There's no denying it. It's Ripple is number 3, guys. Ripple is number 3. It's backed by the banks. It's here to stay. You want to know why? Because the banks put money into it. Yep. If the banks didn't agree that that crypto was here to stay, Ripple wouldn't exist. Plain and simple, guys. If the banks weren't into this, Ripple would not exist. Okay. Yeah. So the fact is, it is here, guys. The banks are looking at it. Exchanges are looking at it. Hedge funds are looking at it. Professional investment firms are looking at this. I mean, that's plain and simple. That's what it is. Whether the SEC is going to prove it or not, or whether they're backing it or not, or whatever they're doing. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's here to stay because it's global. It's not just the SEC here in the United States. It's global, guys. So whether you want to stay here, invest with, however you want to set up your investments, that's completely on you. And I'm not going to talk about that, but I mean, if coins are not available in the United States, they're available outside, and you want to figure a way around that, then power to you, man, because there's money to be made in this. There really is. And by the end of this year, we're going to see some record highs.
Oh yeah.
Whether China or Japan or whatever they're doing, it's global, guys. It's absolutely 100%, 1000% global. This has nothing to do with the United States, has nothing to do with China. This is every country, every continent on the face of the earth is investing into crypto. And we are the 1%. 1%. Once this think what happens when it gets to 2%. That's what I have to remind myself every night. It's like, okay, it's down, but we're 1% that's in this. What happens when 2% gets in this? Suddenly the market cap doubles.
Hey, I think what's really going to change things is when North Korea gets into this. Okay,
we'll see.
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
But
who knows, man?
The Koreans, they might be free to do some of this, and I mean, North Korea, they probably don't have any money, but the Koreans love to gamble and put their money into things, and so
Koreans have been a big advocate for crypto. I mean, they really have. So isn't China. And crypto's got they've gone through some regulation through the U.S. They've gone through some regulation with South Korea, but South Korea has actually loosened some of the regulation on this, so that's helped out quite a bit. I'm still waiting for China, because China keeps they really hindered a lot of stuff, but then they come back and said, okay, we're not sure, so they're, I don't know. I think we're going to see some changes in China. I really do. Just because
I think they're trying to find a way to get their finger in the pot a little bit. How do we?
They are, and they went
how do we get
POS, or they're over the counter. Okay, not, POS being point of sale. So they went over the counter with a majority of the crypto investing that's going in the country, and that's hindered a lot of things, because that means people have to go to a location, a physical location, and spend whatever their currency is to buy crypto. Okay, instead of being able to do everything online like the rest of the world. Okay, so that's really hurt us this year, and the fact that we had such a high market cap, and it's come down quite a bit, and it's because there is a lot that's going on in China right now. Okay, the same thing with their mining facilities. A lot of the mining facilities that were going on in China, because of the China regulation or rules that came out, a lot of the mining operations that were going on there left, and they've gone to Russia. That's where a majority of the mining operations have gone now, is into Russia. Okay, which to me is I'm very skeptical about Russia, because I don't trust with a lot of stuff there, because there has been a lot of scams, a lot of just whatever going on there. Right. There just hasn't been trustworthy. Okay, to where it was like in China. Okay, so that's where a lot of stuff has moved, is into Russia. Why? It's because of cheap power. That's really what it comes down to, is cheap power. Okay, but at the same time, we've had a lot of governments going through just not crypto regulation or anything. It's just governments going through crap. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, we've had what was it? Venezuela, Argentina. I mean, there's just so many countries that are just in an upheaval right now, to where their currency, just as a country, is skeptical.
Right.
You got to be really wary of this, and it's not just those two countries. There's a lot of countries out there right now where their governments are just in such a change. I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, night and day difference overnight to where things are going on right now. You've got to be really careful with that, and that's where I think crypto's taken a big hit. I mean, the stock exchanges, they know what's going on in other countries. I mean, they have some regulation that controls this stuff. So if you're doing currency exchange, I mean, okay, I'm not going to change. Just for example, I'm not going to change USD for pesos. Okay, right. Just because of the way the currency is going with different countries. Okay, with crypto, it's still very wild west. There's no regulation on this between countries. So there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of skepticism that's going on between different countries, just because we don't know what's going on with their fiat compared to the United States. Because why? Brian and I are in the United States, so we have to look at this from a U.S. perspective. Everybody should know that already. You got a Wyoming T-shirt on, Brian, so everybody's got to know this already. Okay,
all right,
But people have to understand this, okay, is that we have to look at it from a certain perspective from our side. You may be a different perspective from your side. You may be in China. You may be in Canada. Who knows? You may be in Taiwan. I don't know. Dubai, whatever. I mean, why? Because crypto is everywhere. Crypto is global. Crypto is everywhere. So we have to kind of look at this as what's going to happen as a whole. We know from Brian and I we're looking at what's going to happen here in the United States. We have to look at what's happening with the stock markets. We have to look at where that money is going to be going. We know that the U.S. stock exchanges are opening their own exchanges. We know this. Right. It's been announced. They've all said they're going into it. Most of the time you've used Coinbase to buy crypto, and that's all over the world, by the way. Coinbase is one of the largest exchanges for fiat into crypto. That's not just here in the United States. That's a lot of places. Okay.
Right.
So we have to look at what is Coinbase doing. Okay. Now we know that Binance is getting ready to release crypto exchanges. Okay. So we know that there's apps out there, the peer-to-peer apps, the over-the-counter apps that are doing this. Now major exchanges are starting to do crypto, fiat to crypto exchanges as well. Okay. And we know that Binance is one of the leaders on this. They want to bring in pairings for fiat to crypto. And if they can do this before, like companies like Coinbase that are kind of the majority, that take the majority of this, those exchanges are going to, they're going by the wayside. Plain and simple. Those exchanges will be gone. This is called survival of the fittest.
Right.
It's really what it comes down to. So a Binance can do fiat to crypto exchange, then that's going to change the landscape again. But they are. These exchanges are looking to do fiat. So it's not just Coinbase that's doing this. It's not just going to be Circle that's doing this. Okay. It's going to be major exchanges that are doing this outside of the United States, outside of the regulation that's going on here. So, there's a lot of potential for money to be put into crypto. So, we've kind of got off on a little bit of sorry about that. I kind of got off on a little bit of tangent here, but the fact is, people who are complaining about crypto, people who are complaining about Bitcoin, people who are complaining about Electronium, seriously, just plug your ears and let them be. There's not much you can. Fighting with them is useless. They're belly button lint, guys. Really, that's what it comes down to. They're belly button lint. Okay, they've invested into something. Whether they're going to stay with it or not is completely on them. What's up to you is whether you're going to stay with it or not. Okay, I know I'm in. It's a long-term investment. I've said that from the beginning. So isn't Brian. We have said that from the beginning. This is a long-term investment. Whether that long-term investment is a year, 2 years, it really doesn't matter, because it's all about the market. It's all about the money coming into the market.
We are just as excited and hope to be surprised in 6 months as well, but that's not our end goal. We know it's long-term, but hey, we'd be tickled to death if some of our coins went from a penny to $1 or whatever it is, 50 cents.
Yeah. But
those are great returns.
Yeah, but we're not looking for just the dollar to the penny to the dollar. We're looking long-term, guys. We're looking for $15. Sure. We're looking for
$35. $35.
We're looking for Fugazi money. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for Fugazi money. Okay.
We're looking for waiting for 35 so Fugazi will come back and do a video. That's all I want.
Maybe. But here's the thing, though, is we're not quitting our day jobs.
No.
We're not quitting our day jobs, guys. We're still doing our day jobs. We're working 9 to 5, 9 to 6, or in Brian's case, 7 to 7. We're working our day jobs, guys. We're working multiple jobs, like a lot of people out there. We're working 1 to 2 jobs. Okay. We are still investing into coins. Why? Because we know the future. We know the technology will win in the end. We know this. Whether it's not just us investing, guys, investment, man, I don't know how to say it, but institutional money is coming in. Institutional money is coming in. If that doesn't just put a huge gold star on your wall of goals to meet, I don't know what does. Institutional money rules the world as it is now. And if that money comes into crypto, then you're the 1% that got in early and you're going to win in the end.
Yep.
Plain and simple. I don't know how else to say it. I really don't.
I don't know how you can say it any clearer. I mean, we are so early in this. We have no idea. So early.
Yeah. So
don't jump out now. Just hold your coins.
Right. And that's why Brian and I are saying, if you're new to investment, get in top 10, top 15. I mean, hell, top 20 at this point in time. I mean, anything that's in those top coins right now. And I understand that Electroneum's not in the top 100. They're like 101 or something like that right now. But what we're saying is we are looking at coins that have a future, coins that are working, that are marketing, that are their teams are looking towards the future, saying, how do we survive the .com bust, the ICO bust? That will happen. It will happen, guys. Whether that's going to be in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I don't know. Okay. I don't have a crystal ball to look at that, but ICOs will end. People talk about how ICO 2018 is the year of the ICO. I really do think it's going to be the end of the ICO. I think ICOs will end after 2018 just because there's too many scams going on. Okay. But if you want to be safe, bets, well, guess what? Number one's Bitcoin. You're not going to go wrong with that, because why? That's the way people get money in and out of cryptocurrency, is with Bitcoin. Number two, Ethereum. You're not going to lose there either. I mean, number 6 is Litecoin. If you just want to go to Coinbase, then go to Coinbase. Go Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. If you can invest in those 4 coins, you are safe. That's a home run. You just hit one out of the park by investing in one of those 4 coins. Okay. Because it doesn't matter when it comes right down to it, in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, when we see some serious changes in the crypto, whatever, the crypto forecast, the crypto
atmosphere,
whatever. I mean, these guys are going to be mountains. When you're looking at the landscape, you're going to see little hills, little lands, whatever. You're going to see little towns here and there on the landscape. You're going to see the big mountains in the background. Guess what? That's who they're going to be.
Yeah, and 5 years from now, you're going to be able to say, "Man, I could have bought Litecoin for under $100."
Yeah,
we could have bought it last fall for $30 to $40.
Oh yeah. And we're looking at, Bitcoin's down to $6,500. You know what? In January of this year, I could have bought it for $700. Do you think I give a crap about $6,500 for Bitcoin right now? Yeah. Yep. You want to know why? Because I actually was buying it for a hell of a lot less than that. So I really don't care. So I mean, and if you wanted to buy it in 2016, then you were buying it for $300 to $400 in 2016. Do you think any of those people that bought in 2016 care that it's at $6,500 right now? That's the least of their worries. They're laughing. They're laughing at all you people that are sitting here going, "Oh no, it's down to $6,500. I need to sell. I need to sell out of fear." That they're laughing at you because they're like, "Why? I bought it last year. I bought it in 2016. Guess what's going to be in 2020? I guarantee it's not going to be $6,500." Guarantee that. I guarantee it's not going to be $6,500 in 2019. So it's a long-term hold. Just put it in and invest.
You're going to make a heck of a lot. We ever see it.
Yeah, you're going to be. I mean, you're going to. I don't know, but I'm preaching to the crowd, and I don't know what else to say, guys.
He's making up for most of the first 20 minutes. He's preaching.
Sorry. I'm on my high horse. I'm telling you exactly what I feel about this and how I think it's going to end up. Yeah. Whether or not you want to take that is completely up to you. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with the investment opportunity. That's completely up to you. I don't hold a Series 7 license, so I'm not a professional investor of stock market or anything else like that. But I will tell you, this is the way I'm looking at it, and I'm not the only one. I mean, this is the majority of professional investors out there that are looking at crypto right now. This is the way they see it. This is the way they look at it. And that's what I'm following. Yeah. So whether you want to follow that or not, that's completely up to you. But whether it's down or up right now does not matter to me 1,000,000%, because why? I know in the end it's going to be up. It's going to be way up.
That's the same thing with, just when you look at the stock market and you look at investing in mutual funds. Mutual funds are guaranteed to win almost every time in a 5 to 8 year period. So it's not always up. It goes down,
Right.
but it always comes back. And this is going to be the same way. It's going to come back, and you're going to win. The technology is great. I think we're just preaching now. So
we are, and the biggest thing I could say is, if you don't understand what we're saying, institutional money. That's the one point I want to talk about tonight, or I want to make burn into your brains tonight, is institutional money, meaning stock market money, professional investors. I mean, and we're talking hedge funds, 401ks. We're talking money that you invest in every day in the stock market will be moving. It will be moving, or at least consolidating into crypto. We know this. Yeah. It's already been spoken for. It's been forecasted by the companies that are investing for you. Okay. The companies that are investing for you has said they are bringing in crypto. They are bringing this into their portfolios. The stock exchanges have already spoken. They've said, we will be bringing in crypto into our exchanges. When that happens,
whether you like it or not, they're going to be investing your money into crypto.
Yeah. Whether you think so or not, your 401k is not under your control. I'm sorry, guys. Your pension is not under your control. It's under some professional. It's being managed by, it's being managed by a professional investor who's going to be using crypto to offset losses from stocks.
Their job is to make as much money as they can. And you're going to see a percentage of that, and they're going to get a chunk of that. So they're in it to make money.
Exactly. So we like to follow a lot of different guys out there that understand this completely and 100%. I mean, it's not like we're saying, we're not off topic here by talking about this. I swear, even though the majority is very small when it comes to investing with crypto, we are the majority. We are talking about the majority here.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Well, thanks, preacher.
Yeah. Sorry, I was on my soapbox tonight. I know we didn't talk about a lot of what's been going on in the last week, or at least I didn't. There has been a lot, guys. There's been a lot. I mean, we've had a huge convention that's been going on in New York the past couple of days. We've seen some really good stuff come out of it. Richard Ells from Electronium was there as a keynote speaker. He really did just punch it through that there is a lot of coins out there that are going to survive in the end of this, and they're the ones that are looking at mass adoption, and Electronium is one of those. We know there's a lot of others out there that are looking for this. That's why we talk about EOS. That's why we talk about Token Pay. We talk about a lot of other coins besides Electronium. So he was there as a keynote speaker and on panels talking about the survival of crypto, what it's going to take, okay, for real world adoption, for mass adoption. Right. So that was something that has been going on. I mean, it's going on the last 3 days. It ended today, but it did go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's something that we really like to see, because it's bringing more awareness of crypto, what it's used for, what the possibilities and the potentials of it are. They, at the same time, when he was there on Tuesday, when his first speech was they released their point of sale on their P2P video. If you're not sure, just go look up Electronium on YouTube. It has it there, or go to the Electronium site and look it up. But they've shown how it works. They're going to be taking beta test. I mean, it's in beta test now, but they're going to be anybody who wants to start accepting crypto, and it's not just Electronium; it's crypto from any type. If you want to start accepting crypto at your business through your terminals, through whatever, That's going to be starting the end of this month. So you can sign up to help beta test that. Okay. So if you got some businesses out there that want to sign up for this, then by all means, keep track of Electroneum, keep on their website, keep on their Twitter, and they're going to be doing that. So, Bitcoin is not my friend right now. It's not a lot of friends right now, but here's the thing. It depends. It all depends on when you got into Bitcoin. Okay. If you got into Bitcoin at the peak, yeah, I can understand why it's not your friend. If you got into Bitcoin early last year, it's all right. It's still your friend, just not as much of a friend as you want it to be, but it is your friend. So,
I think Shauna got in before it peaked. So just hang on to it.
You'll be good.
Just
hang on to it. You'll be all right. Just like the rest of us here. We got in a little bit before. Yeah, we got in a little bit before. Don't quit your day job. Just keep, any little extra that you've got. This is a great time. It's a fire sale. It's a great time to get in because you want to know why the big banks are getting in right now. They're still going to take majority share in the end. That's why they're buying right now. So that's they want the price low. So, that's how the rich stay richer. So anyway.
Very good. Very good, my friend. I think that's enough to call it a night, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure there will be more by next week. We'll try and go back and hit some points from this week that we may have missed already. But sorry about being late, or I would have had a little bit more prepared on that. But I really do believe that the future for crypto has not started, and I don't know how to explain it. I'm not eloquent in that aspect, but the fact is we are early. Those of us that are in right now are early because when institutional money comes in, it's just going to blow up. And of course, the institutions are going to take a majority share, but those of us that are here early to ride the waves when that happens are going to make out really nice in the end.
Right.
Great. So,
well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll hopefully we'll have a little bit more next week. Hopefully the market will be rebounding. I think it's rebounding a little bit today, actually, in the last 24-hour period. But we'll see. It could go down more. Like I said last week, I think we could see another $4,000 or $5,000 Bitcoin. You just never know. But as soon as it turns and the bulls start to run, you better hold on.
And that's the thing. We came to that point where it was either we were going to go up or we were going to go down. It took down. That's really what it came to that point. We were at the line. Was it going to go break the line and go up or fall below the line and go down? And that's really what happened. We fell below and went down, but there's a lot of speculation out there why that happened. But I do believe that there's been some fear in the market. That's why we're seeing a lot of people just saying, I want to sell, I want out. And that's fine. They're not here to be able to stomach it. Let them go. You and us, we're going to be here for the long haul. So we'll take the downs with the ups, and our ups, we know we're going to be big in the end. So that's what we want.
Yep. You heard it straight from the preacher's mouth. Thanks for joining us tonight. As always, we appreciate you joining in and sharing this show with others. If you do have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section, and we will do our best to answer them next week or get back to you on that. Thanks for joining us, Vance.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. See you next week.